crushed us.
Okay.
Run it again.
What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Kestrel gameplay, and today we're going to be talking about the new addition to contracts that's going to be coming with the Walking Dead update, weekly contracts. So let's head over and check it out. So in the Walking Dead update notes, they had a new feature that was introduced called weekly contracts. Basically what this says is we've heard our core players about some lacking elements in our engagement and more opportunities for rep and or rewards. In this update, we'd like to introduce weekly contracts. With this feature, players will be given a set of 5 challenging contracts every Tuesday. Each contract will award the player with an amount of reputation for completing them, and if they complete all 5 within the week, they will receive a reward supply drop as well. Remember, you have before the next Tuesday to complete all 5, so get out there and have fun. We hope that this feature will challenge our players and give them more goals to work towards. Let us know what you think of this feature and its challenges. So we already have daily challenges, we also already have seasonal challenges, and now they're adding in weekly challenges, and they're doing it from Tuesday to Tuesday, and they're also giving these supply drops for completing all 5 of them. So I think that this is a very interesting and very much needed thing to be added into the game. I know that people want more contracts, they want more challenges to work towards. They also want more rewards to work towards. And I think that one of the main things that is holding the developers back from incorporating things like this is, how do you give these things and give meaningful rewards to having these types of things in your game? And I think that the reputation is the safe bet for the developers in this situation. I think that everything else gives some type of experience, some type of reputation reward, and also they're giving these supply drops in these specifically. Whenever you complete the seasonal contracts, you get a banner. Cool, which is great. It is what it is. When you complete the daily contracts, you really don't get anything. You get the reputation, you get a little bit of an experience bump, but that is about it. Now, I do like this system a lot. I'm very interested to see what these contracts are going to be. I'm very interested to see how easy these contracts are, how difficult these contracts are going to be, if they're going to be rogue specific, if they're going to be weapon specific, if they're going to be game mode specific. Like, I wonder how in-depth they are, because when you look at the seasonal contracts, they're very specific on the things that you have to do, right? You know, destroy X amount of equipment with EMPs, or deny X amount of, projectiles with the APS systems, or get X amount of melee downs by swinging it and get X amount of melee downs by throwing it. Like, it's very specific, it's very direct, and it's for the most part very accomplishable if you just play the game, right? With the daily contracts, those are a little bit more streamlined, right? Get X amount of damage with this type of weapon, play this many games of this specific game mode, revive these many players, spend this much cash. Like, it's very simple for the daily challenges, and some of the seasonal contracts are very direct, but some of them are a little bit more challenging than others, especially if you're not as proficient with some of the things that they're asking you to do as other players. And I think that this is going to be a very hard middle ground for them to get to. I think that they are going to be able to accomplish this middle ground, absolutely, but they're going to have to take the simple contracts and they're going to have to beef them up a little bit, or take the seasonal contracts and bring them down a little bit to make it something that is a good middle ground. Your average Rogue Company player is not going to be able to hop onto the game every single day and grind these things out. You do have several people, a lot of people that are in school, as a matter of fact, that are able to get on there every day, grind their dailies out, grind their seasonals out as soon as they drop, and be done with it. And that's fine. Different people play the game in different ways. But I do think that they're going to have to make this a good middle ground where it's easily obtainable if you dedicate yourself to doing it. But if you don't dedicate yourself to doing it, then you don't realistically have to worry about it. But those options are there if you want those options. I think that this is a good thing for the game. I think that this is going to be something that's going to be very interesting. I'm not sure if they're going to introduce like a role system, kind of like they do with daily contracts, where you have X amount of roles to try to get something that you would rather do, as opposed to what they currently give you right out of the gate. I think that that would be good to throw in there. at least one re-roll and not have any repeats when you do that re-roll, so that it feels like, okay, this is how this is going to play out. But they may do it like they do the seasonal contracts and just release the same contracts to everyone, so that gives the community some little buzz and some little thing to talk about in order to try to bring some people closer together out there in the community. I think either way is a win-win situation for them. For me personally, don't really care too much about contracts, don't really care too much about what contracts are trying to do in the game, or specifically the rewards that come along with those contracts. I think that maybe 1 or 2 seasons I completed the seasonal contracts, and that was just because I needed like 1 or 2 things left to do in order to be able to complete those. Not really excited about any of the banners or any of the emblems or anything else that you get out of completing those. It is what it is. If they want it to be something that you actually have to grind for, that you actually want that reward, they're going to have to bump it up and make it something that is going to be absolutely worth it. So for a seasonal contract, it would be really nice if they would put in some type of exclusive seasonal skin that's not going to be added into supply drops ever, and the only way to get it is to complete those challenges for that season. You're going to have to do something very exclusive in order to drive a lot of your player base that doesn't care about contracts into the right mindset to be able to complete those contracts. Like, if I see a really, really cool Dima skin that I really want to add to my Dima wardrobe, and the only way to do it is to complete the seasonal contracts, then I'm going to try to complete the seasonal contracts. Like, that's just going to be how it is, But I don't care about the banners. I don't care about the borders. There's not enough of a presence in the game for those things specifically in order to make you actually care about those things. That's just kind of how I look at it. But be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you excited for these weekly contracts to be coming in the Walking Dead update? Or are you like me and you're just like, oh, there's contracts, cool. Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. And if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. And lastly, on Thursdays from 8 until 11 p.m. Central Time, Sundays from 10 a.m. until we get tired, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you're interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys.
I'm planting the bomb.
Coming. Fixing to come in the front door right here.
Enemies have been wiped out.
There's resin down there.
Bomb's been dropped. They crushed us.
Enemy spotted.
I'm revealed.
No. But I can't touch this.
Lethal out. Slide.
Lethal out.
Planting on me.
Hurt. They're getting him up.
Right here.
What?
He's one shot. One shot.
We've destroyed the enemy force. Bombs down.
No, this guy's got the bomb. Ooh.
Okay.
Bomb has been dropped. No one to hold me back. Nice work, team. Checks in the mail.
That Invisa bitch was fucking in the way and I couldn't see her.
Yet again.
Get rid of that sword and it's fucking pissing me off. They left.
Yeah, they're not about it, dude. They scared.